Well, and I guess just because I mentioned the buzz, I think what was so unique about this film was that it was an American film about Korean Americans, as opposed to, let's say, Korean cinema, which are films with Korean casts shot in Korea. And I think that's what was very unique about this, as opposed to like going in for that token Asian or minority character in a larger project where the cast is primarily white, or primarily something, but not all Asian. And I think that's really what stood out. So yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, I think you completely nailed it on the head. I think what makes this script different from other Korean movies is that it's not really a Korean movie, it's a Korean American movie. It's an American movie. It's an American story that we like to say that it's kind of universal, because it talks about themes of love and community and family and friendship that are kind of universal in all cultures, and that's kind of what America is. Just so happens that we just are Korean in our background and our nature. And I think with this script is what really propelled me into it, is because it was very American. You know, I related to these characters. Like, I grew up with particular parts of the story and the particular parts of the family in America. Like, I grew up in and around Koreatown. Like, I knew all of this. And it kind of spoke to me, and we're hoping to speak out to other, not just Korean Americans, Asian Americans, and not just Asian Americans, but all Americans in general. So yeah, I think you totally nailed it.
I just want to say I do think there is, I agree with Julia and Brian's comments, and to add, I do think that there is progress there, and we've seen it, and including with the names that you've mentioned and everything. And what I love about what this movie does is Christine really let not only us play as actors, so just with the art form as artists, but also some of the things that you see in there, like especially the dinner scene when we're like smacking Brian's character, hitting. I mean, you know, it's
real.
If this was, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like, it's real on set, but real in life too. We just do that.
You know, because if this were in the hands of a studio, let's say, or some other like non-Korean, non-authentic minded, production group, then they might have, said, oh,
They don't know Koreans hit people.
Right,
That's what I was trying to say.
Okay,
Koreans are violent.
the Koreans in the house, tell me, is this true? You got hit.
Yes, always.
You got hit. But it was love, right?
Physical violence.
No, it was love.
It's love.
It's love.
It's physical violence.
It's love.
Totally.
It's the tiger mom dragging dead, whatever metaphor, whatever like nifty little phrase you want to use. And that's part of it, and that's the realness of it.
Tell us about coming up with the animation, which is so great in this movie. Tell us about the look of it, how that had come to you in the script.
I always looked at the script and the story as a fairy tale, first and foremost. So when it came time to dealing with something that, is essentially is a period section, I had done some animation. I was a writer on a project called Afro Samurai, which was an animation series. And so that exposed me to a lot of the animation process. So I just thought, well, this might be an interesting way to handle these particular sequences and hopefully drive home more the fact that it's like a fairy tale-ish type of movie. But finding the animators was a whole different story. And I found them in Korea. But I talked to a lot of the major animation studios, but nobody wanted to take the project on because it was like 5 minutes for almost no budget. And I was walking around with this idea of like, well, I kind of want it to look like a Korean calligraphy painting, but South Park, And I was like, what? What is that? I'm like, I don't exactly know, but I know that's what I want. So I ended up just finding a group of artists, very talented artists first, and then ended up hiring out their company to